Alrighty, here we go. It is Serenity going up against Bandit Keith, who is probably her biggest challenge yet, as Bandit Keith was one of the stronger duelists in the Duelist Kingdom season. As I call into the lobby. Alright, rock, paper, scissors, shoot is won by Serenity, and she will elect to go first. So Bandit Keith going up against Serenity Wheeler, and within the it'll be tomorrow's match, we will get to see Serenity take on Joey, which should be interesting as well. Okay, so Dark Lord Marie in hand. There's also Shadow Tamer. 2000 defense isn't a bad one to start off with either. Alright, and to kick off the Monday, I am just scrolling a bit. Alright, shoutouts to Mr. Hootie Hoo RDK, Amamiya Casual, Robert Jones, Serenity Spider Monkey, it's Trent a bitch. That's a cool name. Midnight DB, and now I need to refresh that. YouTube's comment filtering is okay. So Keith played Stop Defense and got rid of Spirit of the Heart. There's a 900 attack Shovel Crusher on the field. Serenity now goes with Doriado. It was a useful card for Keith to get off the field. A 2000 defense. Also shoutouts to Crimson Maelstrom, Sukowski 1978, Gabriel Zorzi, Silas DC, and Katomi 758, Cascade Hairston, Kodos Kopos, Sir Aaron Game Guy, Alejandro Fernandez, Moon Wolfie SCH 292, and Glenn Devo, and I'm sure there's other comments. It's YouTube's filtering can be quite difficult, so apologies if I have missed anyone that's commented over the weekend as well. How was everyone's weekend? Hopefully good. Great wrestling content, but that maybe a discussion for what might be a longer duel. Alright, Shadow Tamer is being attacked by Oni Tank T34, so Keith is going to get a shot at Serenity's life points here. And Serenity is in a bit of trouble here. She's got two high-level monsters on the field, and she's staring down two 1400, says Penumbral Soldier Lady. Again, this isn't a great starting... Well, it wasn't a bad starting hand. It's just that Keith has had an answer for everything that Serenity has thrown down. It was a great play by Keith to use was it Stop Defense on his first turn to get Serenity's Spirit of the Harp to attack mode. As that was a 2000 defense, Keith would have had some difficulty getting through that. And Robotic Knight has come to the field, so Serenity is going to lose a lot of points, actually make that all of her life points. Keith has just played a limiter removal, and now 3200, 28 and 28 on the field. That is way more than Serenity's life point count. And Serenity cannot block here. This is going to be a very quick first game win by Bandit Keith, utilizing limiter removal to its full potential there as well. And that is a very quick win. Bandit Keith, if he draws the right cards, he does have a very good deck for Duelist Kingdom Era. He can get very strong monsters, and with a card as good as limiter removal. But it is a best of three. Serenity will have the chance to make a comeback here, as Evil Swarm Golem is a card of the duel. There's quite a few of those Evil Swarm monsters. So after this one, there is a Tanya and Odeon. Tanya and Odeon. So Odeon by far will be her biggest challenge yet, but will it be enough to get a win of the undefeated Amazoness deck, which has been nerfed and is still picking up easy wins? Alright, Serenity has gone first again here. This time Doriado is face down in defense, and Keith starts off with Overdrive, another good 4-star machine monster, 1600 attack. And it runs down Doriado. Lady of Faith, Scroll of Bewitchment, Polymerization, Wing Weaver. Okay, Goddess with the third eye and Polymerization both in hand. If a Dark Lord Marie or a Forgiving Maiden are pulled, then Serenity will be able to get St. Joan to the field at 2800 attack. Keith has just tributed Overdrive and is bringing forth the Machine King. Gains 100 attack for each monster, each machine monster on the field. Machine Conversion Factory has just given it another 300. It's at 2600, and Serenity is probably going to need St. Joan. She does have a Dark Hole in her deck, but that is not a useful card. Water Omotics has been drawn, and that's been played to defense, so Serenity keeping Goddess with the third eye in her hand, just in case she draws her fusion material. Would have liked to have had that Wing Weaver on the field, but at 7 stars, it's a tough one to get down. And now Shovel Crusher, who we did see in the first duel, 900 attack. And Keith going in with Machine King. If another machine monster gets to the field, then Serenity's 2800 suddenly isn't strong enough anymore. Right, turn change back to Serenity. She draws it's Elemental Mistress Doriado. And Serenity has thrown down Goddess with the third eye. It's a 1200. It'll be able to get rid of Shovel Crusher. And would you believe this? Keith has just flipped up Trap Hole. And this is going from bad to worse for Serenity. Keith has had, but to be fair, Keith has had very good hands. He has had answers for everything so far. He throws down Battle Football. Has he got limiter removal again, maybe? Alright. 1019, so 1900 and 2800. It's 4700 altogether. Serenity is losing a lot of points, and she has got one more turn. Otherwise, she is going to get absolutely blitzed by Keith. Maybe a little bit of revenge from Joey Wheeler. Joey Wheeler might have to step in, and my god, it is a smile potion. Well, Serenity has been absolutely pulverized. Wasn't even a contest in the end. Hey, Keith might have the laugh on this day. However, Joey, geez, even the next 2 cards wouldn't have done Serenity much good. But at the end of the day, they always will know that Joey did knock Bandit Keith out of the Duelist Kingdom, as Keith has just summoned a Barrel Dragon. Well, that more just puts icing on the cake. Serenity loses 2-0 in this one, and her win-loss record is at... Is it at 6? Is it at 6-4? I think it might be 6-5 now. I know, I would have to check. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. We do have Tanya and Odeon coming up after this as well. Thanks everyone for tuning in and leaving all the comments wherever you are in the world. Stay safe. Take care. Farewell.